If you're new to the channel, my name's Dino, this is my partner Adam, and our fur baby Twyla. We love travelling in our Ford Transit camper van, travelling in our Jimny and doing tent camping, and occasionally staying at an Airbnb. So if you like free camping, paid camping, camping tips and tricks, camp cooking ideas, and the good old country bakery, you've come to the right channel. So if you like what you see, press the subscribe button and come with us as we travel Australia one town at a time. Now let's get into this episode. On this episode, I'm going to be doing something completely different that I've never done before. On our channel, I'll be heading out solo camping in the Jimny. No tent. I'll be sleeping in the Jimny itself. I'm going to find myself a free camp spot. So I'm in the car. I'm all packed up. Let's hit the road and see where I end up. Okay, so I've just arrived to Echuca. I thought I'll pick up a few supplies before heading out somewhere free camping along the river. It's really like stepping back in time when you come to Echuca. I love this street, but I'm about to head onto the main street. I need to pick up some red wine, and I just seen this, so maybe I can get some here, and just a few other little bits and pieces. All right, back in the Jimny, got my bottle of wine for tonight. Plus also I went to one of the stores in town and picked up one of these wrist guards for archery, because if you've seen last week, I tried archery properly for the first time. Really enjoyed it. I have got bow and arrows at home. I've got a few. So I've brought one of my smaller ones with me. And if I get a chance, if there's no one really around, I'm going to give that a go this weekend also. So this is about 15 minutes from town, and I think we'll be camping here tonight. So this looks like a pretty nice spot to camp. Looks like someone's had a fire just over there. But I'm debating to go around here or if to go up around here. I might go for a little bit of a drive first. I think I found my spot. I've come back to where I started, and yeah, look at this. Check out this. What a view. This is going to be amazing. And I can see that someone's done a fire pit here, so that's going to be my fire pit. So let me set up, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to deck out the Jimny to be able to sleep in it tonight. All right, so this is what the Jimny looks like at the moment. I'm just sorting stuff out. I've got my table set up so I can keep stuff off the ground. Also, I've got the chair set up the same, so I've got my cushion on there at the moment. I thought I'm going to throw some tunes on. I bought my rechargeable radio. So I'm going to pop some tunes on, and then I'm going to cook myself some lunch. All right, I've got good service on the radio, so that's a good start to this trip. And then I've got some of these Heinz, well, I've got a couple of them actually, and bolognese with ravioli. Now, not too long ago, I trialed these on our episode and tried every single one for you guys to tell you what it was like. I put the content into this, cooked it up and ate it from here. And then you guys reached out to me, some of you, and said you can just put boiling water in it. Very similar to the on-track meals, put it in. Obviously, you just cut a bit of the top off, and you can heat it up in the pouch itself and then eat it. Now, if that is safe to do, who knows? But since you told me to do it, I'm going to give it a go. If I don't survive this, I'll blame the people that wrote in and told me so I could do this. So anyway, let's get this heated up. Right, This is getting pretty hot now, so I'm going to pop that in, sit it in there, and sit back and enjoy the view while my lunch cooks. Or I may have put too much hot water in, splattering out, but hey, it's doing the trick. Well, I made myself a friend, Mr. Magpie. Give this a go. Tastes the same as if it was in a bowl, so it's doing the trick. Alright, I think I've made now 2 friends on the river. I think they want some of my food. Do you want some of this? Do you want some of this? Okay, so I've packed everything to one side. I'm now going to make my bed up. So I need to put the seat flat. And the good thing is, this comes off, obviously. Then this, the headrest from here I've already taken off. So this will lay completely flat. So let me just do that now. This is how it looks, and you can see that it's not level, and then the back is nice and straight there. So I'll be sleeping with my head up that way, and then I need to level this off. So that's why I brought this blanket. It's nice and thick, and that will fill in this gap like so. I'll get it ready and then I'll show you. Okay, so now that is a lot more level, if you can see that. And now I can put my blow up mattress on top. All right, Adam's not here this time to blow up my mattress, so it looks like I'll be doing it. And this is going to be the fun part. Okay, so my bed is made. Now we need to put some blankets on it and see if it all works. Look, I'm definitely not going to lie. It is going to be a tight squeeze tonight. But I tell you, it's pretty cool. I mean, check out these views. But in saying that, I did bring some covers for my window. So I'll set up the bed and I'll put the covers on and show you how it looks. All right, so our blankets are on. So underneath here, I've got a blanket, another one to keep me warm. And then Twyla's back there. I even brought Twyla with me. And I do have a light above my head, so I can turn that off and on. Now to put out the block out. Now this is something I don't even know if I'll need, but I'm going to put them up anyway. 1, for a little bit of privacy, and 2, to keep that sun out and maybe keep the car a bit cooler. I'm sure it's going to get pretty cold tonight in there anyway. But yeah, so I made these. These are just really cheap for the $2 a shop covers for your front window that I've chopped up into pieces, added magnets to them. I made these at home, so I cut them up, stuck magnets to them, so then they will stick on the inside of the Jimny. This is the first one. So the magnets obviously go along here. All right, so we're all blocked out. Unfortunately, the magnets didn't work. They weren't glued on strong enough. So I'm gonna have to rethink that. But a bit of tape, I always take some tape with me because you never know when you're gonna need it. And yeah, so the whole place is decked out. There's a few little gaps, but it doesn't really matter. You get the point. And then same as the back window, all covered up. All right, well, I think it's time for a drink. Come around to the driver's side and I've just noticed this big void. There's nothing in here. So I'm gonna have to use the Twyla cushion. Sorry, Twyla. And get her in there to fill that gap. Just so when I'm on it, it's not gonna collapse there. So that should do the trick. Thanks, Twyla. Okay, first glass of wine for the night. Now I'm going to start off on white and I'll end in red. Got my first houseboat about to go past. I wonder if they got a horn on there they can toot. It is a Friday and I got here quite early. That's why I got this spot. I've got a feeling it is going to be packed here. I've just had a camper van and a caravan parked next to me, and I've got a feeling even in between there's going to be someone pulling up here tonight and someone pulling up right there. So I think it's going to be a busy night on the water. All right, I think I'm going to get some fire going. So I brought a bag of wood with me. Got some kindling, so we should be right. All right, this is a very good start to the night. Oh, I'm still just loving this spot. Honestly, I think the camping gods blessed me tonight. Okay, so I've got a kookaburra just above me, wishing me a good night. That's him there, right next to my camp. I love a kookaburra. But guys, one thing I've just worked out, and a really, really good tip, and thank God I learnt this lesson before doing the wrong thing. Make sure when you're camping in your car, even if it's not a Jimny, that you turn your lights off. Because what happens is sometimes you'll leave your door open, you know, 'cause you're going back and forward and stuff. You don't want to flatten your batteries. So I've turned all my lights off. And if I want to turn them on, I'll just manually turn them on. Not too long ago, I was at Aldi and they had these chargers, right? So they can charge in the sun. Don't know how good that is. I haven't really tried it yet. And normally I've found that anything that charges in the sun like this doesn't charge that well. But it's still got the feature there at least. You just pop your phone on it. You don't actually have to connect it to it. So your phone just sits on it. And also it's got a massive light. Plus it does a bit of a strobe light. So if you're in an emergency, and then down the end, we actually charge it if you want to charge it with power. And you can plug it into your car as well. Yeah, you got your USBs there. So that's two issues. So you can charge two phones at the same time. Plus also you got your little plug there to charge it, to power it up. But it's been fantastic. So I brought one and I was regretting not getting another one. And today on the way here, I drove past Aldi and I found a few. So if you get to the right Aldi, you still might get them. But they're fantastic and I've been loving it. Right, so it simple as that, charges up and you just let it sit there and you can still use your phone if you want. And look, there she is, Miss Twyla. It's going to look absolutely gorgeous tonight. Now, as you can see, the sun's going down and it's 5:15. So I'm going to start thinking about cooking dinner. Now, what I do have for dinner is toad in the hole. I've always wanted to cook this, and in the camp oven. So I'm going to give it a go. It's got a little bit of a twist. I've changed up the recipe a bit just to make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more tasty. All right, the sky is looking pretty amazing. And it looks like I'm getting a bit of coals now, so I can't really start my recipe until I have enough coals to cook. So I'm going to throw a few more logs on. And got my camp oven out ready, and then I'll get this meal on the way. I've now got ducks visiting me. What's going on here? I think all these birds want my cooking. They're all coming out. We've had kookaburras, magpies, and now we've got ducks. Look at that. Look what I picked up from Coles. These look great. So these are going to be for my toad in the hole. And this is why I want to get some red wine today to go with dinner, because I think these are going to be great. First things first, I'm going to move some coal aside, get the camp oven warmed up. I'm going to cook these up pretty much all the way through and then pull them out, and then I'm going to make my batter to make my toad in the hole. All right, so I've moved some coal over. I'm just going to get this on there. I just want to warm this baby up, get it nice and hot. Ooh, give her a bit of a spray. Hear those kookaburras going off in the background. The skies are looking so good right now. Last bit of daylight. It's looking pretty nice. Just gonna cut up the sausages because they're all joined. Oh, these look so good. Look at them. Nice. Okay, sausage is nearly ready, and I just finished cutting up a red onion. I'm just cutting up pretty rustic, and I'm going to take the sausages out and throw these in. All right, my sausages are definitely ready. Look how good they look. I've got my sausages out, got my onion out. Now we're going to make the batter. I don't have any measuring cups, but I'm just going to go in with about, I reckon, about 3 cups of flour. Now I'm going to go in with some eggs. Let's see if I can crack it on this table and do it with one hand. All right, there we go. We might have got some shell in there. So I've got my 2 eggs in now, and now I'm going to go in with some pepper and some salt. And this is the taste. The mum cooked this for me when we were younger. There wasn't much flavour, but rosemary is going to take it up a notch. So we're going to sprinkle some rosemary in there. Again, as much as you want, but I'm going to go a bit heavy. There we go. Now I've just added some milk. You can add whatever milk you like. And I'll just put it a little bit in, not heaps. And what I'm going to do is break those eggs up, and I'm going to mix this through. And I want to get like maybe like a pancake mixture consistency. So I might have to keep adding milk in. I've been going at this for a while. Look at this, just with a fork, I've managed to get this beautiful consistency. This is what you want, nice and runny. Now we can get it ready to go in. So move the fire to one side. Got my coals on this side. So now I'm just going to bring over this because I want to get nice and warm. So I'm going to sit them right there. I brought these, which you normally use in an air fryer. I've used these before inside the camp oven. And I thought if I use a couple of these to line it, that way the liquid, hopefully, will stay within this and we won't get a big mess, and I'll be able to pull it out at the end. I've got 3 that I'm going to put in. Now let's get the sausages. So these are cool enough now, still warm, and I'm just going to pop them in. And then I'm going to get my onion and I'm just going to like sprinkle them over the top. Okay, let's grab it, sprinkle. So now in with the batter. I'm just going to pour that on top. It has flown over, but hopefully that'll just help me get it out. On with the lid. Just realised I didn't bring a shovel, so there's no way I'm going to be able to pick those up and put the coals on top, so it's going to have to cook from the bottom. Let's just hope it works. It's getting cold now. I've rugged up. I used the metal bowl that I was using earlier to put the coals on top of the camp oven. So that was good. That worked a treat. Didn't need my shovel in the end. And then I've got pre-made gravy to go over top of the toad and hole. Now, how I'm going to warm that up is the same way I cooked my lunch today. So just boiling water, boil it up. It's only going to take minutes. And I'm going to have a beautiful gravy over top. And I've actually picked a red wine gravy, so it all kind of ties in. So I think this is going to taste great. Got a little bit of classical music playing. Got my gravy ready to go. Just a little bit of water in there so that will get it nice and hot. And it shouldn't be too far till we get this off. All right, let's check on her. All right, that's looking good. That's actually looking pretty much done. It's burnt around the edges, that's fine. We'll get it out, and I think we're happy with that. All right, she's out. She's burnt around the edges, but that's okay. We'll get her out of this paper, and we'll see what we've got. I think this is looking pretty good. All right, so there we go. There it is on the side with the sausage. Well, now I know that is ready. I've got my Gravox on, so that is just warming up as we speak. It is on full bore, and it shouldn't take long at all to warm up. Time to pour a wine. You can see the sausage in there, and now I'm just going to go over with my gravy. How good does this look? Perfect. First of all, cheers to Echuca for putting on such a beautiful sight tonight. Love Echuca, always loved Echuca. Used to come here a lot when I was younger. This is so good. The rosemary just kills it. I don't think the rosemary is traditionally in this, but God, it makes a big difference. And picking the right sausages. Make sure you get something really tasty like I have gone and got. These red wine sausages. Ooh, I nearly dropped that. And do pair it with a nice red wine. A local one, if you can. Cheers. Finished dinner. Now, I'm putting this is called Right Down. I'm tying it up in a bag so then I can clean it back at home. It makes it so much easier. And that's why with having these, that makes it so easy. See how clean this is after using 100 times? It's because I always put it back in a bag like this. So I'll get it like that, pop it in the bag, and then zip it up. And then when I go home, that's when I'll clean it. Down to my very last bit of wood. So I'm about to throw that on and then finish my glass of red. And then I'll head into the Jimny to head to bed. I just went over and said hello to our neighbours. They're hired their camper van and they're giving it a go. They're going to see if they like it or not. And that's the reason why I went over there, because I overheard them saying they're giving it a go. So it'd be interesting to see. They're going to follow our channel to see if they start commenting on our channel and letting us know if they end up deciding to take up van life. That's my last one for the night. I've just taken my shoes off. So what I did was I took my shoes off. I tucked them under where the front seat is, well, the passenger seat, so they won't get wet outside, obviously. Everything is in here with me. The only thing I've left outside is my chair, which is underneath the car, so it doesn't get all wet. And the table. That's the only thing I've left outside tonight. Otherwise, everything is in here with me. And I'm almost ready to go to bed. I'm going to give you a tour of the Jimny. So I've got my mug up there ready for my coffee in the morning. And I'm all warm. I've got my blanket that's being folded over twice. Plus got this underneath me, which keeps me nice and warm. My jacket's over there, which I can throw over top of me if I get too cold. But at the moment, I'm feeling pretty cozy. I've got this light on, which I've got to turn off. And then next to me, I've got my little entertainment area. So I've got my phone charged over here. And so that's charging on there. I've got my radio, so I can turn that on. Oh, I've got to tune that in. It's not sounding too good. And keys there, because I want to keep them. I've locked myself in. Got my little light up there. Got my last little bit of wine. I'm going to finish that before I go to bed. And that's it. So that is the Jimny. I seriously did not know what to expect sleeping in the Jimny. I seriously didn't think it would feel as comfortable as it is. I might have a different opinion in the morning, which I'll let you know about. But at this point, I feel warm. I feel comfortable. And I don't feel overly squashed. I mean, I've been in our van for how long? And our van's not the biggest van. This is a lot smaller. But it's just so cozy. I love it. So anyway, I'm going to head to bed now. I might put some tunes on, finish my glass of wine, and then go to sleep. And I'll catch up with you in the morning. Good night, guys. Well, good morning. Let me get a bit of light on this subject. So I survived the night and it looks mighty frosty out there. So I think I'll get up and start my day. I definitely need a coffee. But it was very comfortable. It was very warm and everything held up. And the bed was so comfy, and I didn't have any problems. So, and because I brought my proper cushion, I don't think I'm going to have any neck pains. All right, this will be fun. Yes, I did sleep in my jeans. I was definitely going to stay warm. I just remembered I locked the car, so now I can get out. All my blinds seem to be falling down now. That's right, they've done their job. Let's open the door. Oh. Oh, what a magical morning. Not bad at all. My socks are dirty. I got up during the night to go to the toilet and I couldn't reach for my shoes, which were down there. That's right, I got new ones. Oh, look at that. That is just spectacular. And down there, my bird friends are out. Definitely time to make a coffee. Well, she's a frosty morning. It is so cold. That's all right. I just feel, actually, to be honest, I feel like crawling back in there and getting back under those blankets. But no, I'm going to brave it. Going to get my coffee going on. I'm a bit hesitant because, look, he's come to visit me. Mr. Magpie, always looking for food. Just going to boil up some water for my coffee. Oh. This is definitely what I needed. I've got to talk quiet because everyone's still sleeping in their vans, as you can see. And I'm the first one up. But I thought I might try doing some archery this morning. There's a tree over there. It's got my name on it. I'm just going to make my own little bullseye and see if I can hit it where I need to. So, finish my coffee and time for some archery. Alright, so these are my arrows, and then I've got something to keep them in so they don't fall out everywhere. And this is just a really cheap bow that you can get from a camping shop. I think these days you need ID to get them. Yeah, so I've got one of these, and then I've got my large one at home, which didn't quite fit in the Jimny, it's that big. Alright, let's give this a go. So I thought that tree's pretty big. So I like that tree. I'm going to do that tree from here. So from here to there. And I just need to put a target on there. All right, so I've made my target. I couldn't stick it anywhere, but I found a bit where I could shove it in. So that's where it's going to be. Bit too high. This was my first attempt. Let's see how it went. I totally missed it. The actual part where you look at is totally out of whack. I'm just making excuses now, but look at that. All right, so I just met our neighbour who is a subscriber to our channel, and he is about to go to South Australia, and they're pretty much following the way we went. So they're doing a lot of the towns we did. There was one he hadn't seen yet, Burra. So I told him to go there because he likes gold and things like that. So that's definitely a town for him. So he's going to go check that out. So I'm making myself a second coffee now because I only got to drink half of that. It went a bit cold because I left it over here while I was chatting to him. But so I'm going to make a coffee. And then now I think I'm going to make my breakfast also. So I've got some eggs for breakfast this morning. I just recently brought some curry to make something else on one of our episodes. So I thought, I could do some curried eggs. All right, I've got my eggs on. So I'm just cooking them in this. I know why the brand Jet Boil calls it Jet Boil, because it sounds like a bloody jet taken off. Listen to that. Whilst my eggs are cooking, I thought I'd pack up the Jimny and get everything sorted again, and we can put the chair back up now. And If you want to know, Twyla did make it through the night. She didn't get too squashed. And good morning, Twyla. Okay, the eggs are nearly ready. And this could not be any easier. So I've got a bowl. I've got my mayonnaise. I've got my curry and salt, pepper. Got my wrap. So just going to peel those, chuck them in, mix all that up. And we've got our curry egg wraps. Eggs are ready. Well, I hope they're ready. Listen to those birds. They follow me everywhere I go. Anywhere Adam and I go, these birds seem to come and find us. They're so loud. I'm just peeling my last egg, and look who's back. The kookaburra from yesterday. He's come back, same branch and all. Eggs are done. Now in with the mayonnaise. I'm going to put a fair whack in. Curry. Again, a fair whack. Oops. Just making a mess. Oh, bugger. And then salt. I'm going in with the pepper. And then the salt. Oh, now I'm going to have to clean this mess up. Alright, so I've mashed it up good and proper. Now, it's just a matter of putting it into the wrap, however much you like. And I'll probably have 2 wraps, so I'll leave half. And this is where you'd put the lettuce on if you're going to as well. But I don't have the lettuce. I'm just going to roll that out. Flip up the end. And there we go. Nice. Wrap in one hand, coffee in the other. Bottoms up. Perfect. Not many dishes. Easy breakfast. Get me going. Alright, so the engine is on. I'm all packed up and I'm about to head out of here. I tell you, this has been the nicest spot I've camped along the Murray River in a long time. It is beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to head into town, head into Echuca and pick up something for Adam because I'm sure he'll be expecting something. I'll head to the bakery now. Well, there you go. The horse has just pulled into town and I have too. I thought before I go to the bakery, I'll come down and show you some of the paddle steamers that Echuca is famous for. You can hop in these and have meals. You can go up and down, just do a tour. So there's all different ways you can do it and there's all different sizes also. So this one here, this is the Emmy Lou. Looks like someone's on there cleaning her windows at the moment. Then you got a smaller one over here. I don't know what that is. That looks more privately owned. And then there's one up here that is getting probably maintenance done on it because they've pulled it out of the water. It's sitting up there so they can work on it out of the water. And then down here, check out all these houseboats you can hire. That is something I have not done in my life and will do before I die. So if anyone knows anyone who owns one of these houseboats companies, tell them to call me. I'd love to do an episode on one. All right, found some flood levels here. So that is way up there. 2022, then you got 1975. And then I think there's some on here, more on here. So this one, I don't know if you can see it because it's carved into the wood. The years, 1956, 1975. The highest on this one is 1916. Whew. Bit of flooding. Now Adam and I have done an episode on Echuca before. We've done a few actually. So if you go back, if you go into Google, put Echuca King Dino's Adventures, I'm sure the episode will come up. There is so many good pubs, restaurants, businesses in this town. There is so much to do within the town itself, let alone going out and going on the water. If you're just skiing, oh, that is just crazy around here. They have lots of skiing. Anyway, but not doing that. I'm just heading straight to the Beechworth Bakery which is huge here. It's a double story. Well, it's actually 3 stories technically. And it's such a nice bakery. So I'm gonna get myself a coffee for the drive home. And like I was saying, grab Adam a treat. So just past the old post box here, you've got the Beechworth Bakery. Well, I think the horses are following me. Alright, so I got Adam a caramel slice, a hedgehog, and I got myself a lemon slice. It looks good, so that's for on the way home. And then also got my coffee, the biggest one they've got. Alright, time to head home, and the Jimny's definitely not as clean as what it was before I got here. Woo! Hello, yes, I'm back. Yes. Hello, Twyla. Guys, that's it for this episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do go like and subscribe and tell your friends about us. And guys, please leave a comment down there. We answer back to everybody, so get down there if you've got any questions, we can answer them. And until next Sunday, we will see you then. Thanks, guys.